You see, life isn't about never facing the hardships that make your chest tight and your eyes well up with tears. No, life is about learning how to carry that weight, how to navigate through the darkness, and eventually how to emerge with grace, even when the world around you seems so very heavy. I want you to think for a moment. Have you ever loved someone, but they didn't love you back? Have you ever invested every ounce of your being, every piece of your heart, into someone who couldn't see the worth of what you offered? It's one of the most painful experiences you could endure. It's as though your soul is aching, your heart is crumbling into pieces, and no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to stitch it back together. There's a strange thing about unrequited love, isn't there? It's not just the hurt you feel in the moment. It's the reflection of that hurt in every corner of your existence. It's the thought that maybe you weren't enough, maybe you gave too much, or maybe you just weren't seen. It's not just the absence of affection, but the silent, knowing emptiness of wanting to be loved by someone who doesn't even realize the depth of what you feel. You begin to question everything about yourself, to wonder if you're worthy of love, if you have the strength to move forward, or if you should just resign yourself to the pain. But let me tell you something. The pain of unrequited love is not your weakness. It's not something that makes you less than anyone else. You are not broken because someone couldn't return the love you gave. You are not lesser because someone failed to recognize the brilliance of your heart. In fact, your ability to love, your ability to feel deeply is a gift. It's a rare thing. Not everyone has it. And so, even when that love isn't reciprocated, it shows the immense strength you have inside you to care for someone, to open your heart despite the risk of it breaking. But here's the thing. Just because someone doesn't love you back doesn't mean that you are not worthy of love. It doesn't diminish your value. It doesn't make you less beautiful, less smart, or less amazing. In fact, the way you love yourself, the way you keep going despite the pain, proves how incredible you are. The way you continue to stand tall, even when it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, that's strength. You may not see it right now, but one day you will look back and realize just how powerful you really are. There's no denying that the hurt is real. I know. I've been there. I've loved with all that I am. And at times, that love hasn't been returned in the way I hoped, in the way I longed for. But I also learned something incredibly important along the way. I learned that my worth does not depend on someone else's affection or validation. My worth comes from within. It comes from the way I carry myself, from the courage I have to rise above every setback, from the strength I show even when my heart feels shattered. And you know what else? The pain of unrequited love teaches you something invaluable. It teaches you resilience. It teaches you to be patient with yourself, to heal even when it seems impossible, and to love yourself when no one else can see the beauty you hold inside. When you realize that you are enough, even when others don't recognize it, you discover a new depth of self-love. You come to understand that the love you were searching for outside of yourself was always within you. The pain, the heartbreak, the emptiness, it will pass. And when it does, you'll see the truth. You were never meant to seek validation from someone else to feel whole. You were always whole, always complete, always worthy. The journey to loving yourself is long, and at times it feels lonely. But that loneliness is the space where you grow, where you find your strength, and where you discover the power you didn't know you had. I need you to remember this. You are not defined by the love someone gave or didn't give you. You are defined by how you rise above, by how you keep walking when everything in you tells you to stop, by how you continue to believe in love, not as something external, but as something that starts from within. You are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you feel. And the love you are looking for is already inside you, waiting to be discovered again and again. Every time you rise above the pain, every time you choose to keep moving forward, even when the road is tough and uncertain. Yes, the pain of unrequited love will sting, but it will also soften you, make you kinder, make you more empathetic, and teach you the true meaning of self-love. And one day, when you look back at this moment, you'll realize that it was this very pain that taught you how to become your own greatest source of love.